Hi everyone, today I'm showing you how I decorated this fun pinwheel card. It is one of the projects I made and shared as part of the Whimsy's Halloween event. I used several Whimsy stamp sets and they will be linked below. Also will be a link for my YouTube video on how to cut this card out and put it together. If you have a Cricut, there will also be a link for my design and Cricut design space. I got everything out I needed to get this card assembled. My tape runner, some barely art glue, some matching gems in case I decided to use them, and my corner rounder. I did decide to round the corners on all of the panels. For these panels, I use watercolor paper and I just painted on that paper with some water, and I used Tim Holtz Halloween mica sprays from last year, and I just dripped the colors on there and spread them out and dried them, and they made the most beautiful backgrounds. Here you can see I like to lay out all my images, figure out where I want to put them before gluing them down. All these images were stamped and colored with alcohol markers. I decided on the front, this first one that I did on the front, I wanted to add a little panel piece there also on the other side that you could write in to sign your name in, whatever you write, a little note, whatever you decide you want it to do there. And you'll see I'm trying to figure that out. I come back to that at the end. You'll see here again I'm adding a tape runner, forgot to round my corners, so I went back to do that, lay out everything and glue it down. For a couple of these images I double stamped and then cut out the images to make them. This was actually a stamp that was already together, but that cat I used and a couple other ones, so I stamped several of this image here and then cut the cat out separately. I also did a couple of the pumpkin like that. You'll see at the end there is the pumpkin. He's double stacked and he has a witch's hat, so I used the hat from the witch to add to him. I love that you can do this with your stamps, so you can combine stamps. You could also I'm trying to think, mask them off and do them that way. But I like cutting them out like that and putting them together because then I can play a little bit more where I want things. Whimsy has some great stamps, and if you don't like fussy cutting, a lot of their stamps you can get matching dies for. This is one of the images I was talking about. You can see the cat's peeking around the cauldron. So that cat was the same one that came out the pumpkin. I just cut him out, cut his tail away from him, put a little slit beside his paw to fit around the cauldron, and it looks like he's peeking around the cauldron. Also linked below will be the link to Whimsy stamps, and don't forget to check out Whimsy's Facebook page and their 31 Nights of Halloween event. It is so much fun. Here you can see that's the double stacked pumpkin I was talking about. You can see again the cat's peeking around him. I added that witch hat. I'm figuring out where everything's going to go and then gluing it down. Then you'll see I do go back and I do add a panel on that front piece for you to write on or whatever. I ended up rounding the corners for that also, just to give it that finished look. I do also decide that I want to add gems to this. I did have matching gems, which was awesome. I got those off of Amazon. I'm not sure I can still get the link for those because I bought them quite a while back. But if so, I will link those below also. I love how this card will stand and you can display it. I will tell you that this card folds flat, fits in an A2 size envelope. It is kind of bulky, so I wouldn't add anything with foam tape and give it even more dimension unless you're willing to pay that extra postage on it. I do ask that you like this video. If you haven't already, please give me a follow. I hope you enjoy this card. I really hope that you make one and check out all the Whimsy's great products. Thanks again and have a great day.